you consider as the second centrifuge?
It goes back to just we wanted to capture 100% of our water. We were processing it all. We weren't letting any of it go without at least screening. But we just felt that it was a bigger investment, obviously. But we were very happy with the centrifuge. It's the first piece of equipment that we've been sold in the manure management dairy industry. They came to us and said, this is what it's going to do. This is what you're going to have. If you're at 3% solids going in, you're going to be at 1.5 coming out. And whatever it is, until it gets, down to 1% going in, we just can't capture any. Or when you're just producing, using the centrifuge as your main and primary separation, then it starts to skew that. But the maintenance cost, the performance, everything was exact. So we were happy with it, and we knew that by buying the second one, we were going to get the same results and better. And we just wanted to process 100% of the water.
That's awesome, especially when the first one works well.
Right.
You are more comfortable
right.
to add the second one. That's great. Our next question is, any changes in terms of cleaning lagoons before and after you install those centrifuges?
The plan is that the centrifuges will relieve the cleaning of the lagoons every 2 years. If we go 5 years or what have you, there's always going to be that fine sludge that's going to develop. But as long as your capacity is not decreasing and you have the capacity for it, I think it will extend it several years.
That's awesome. The following question with this is, normally how often you clean the lagoon?
Well, it'd be nice if you could clean them every year, but the goal is every 2 years before putting the centrifuge.
Right.
It was every 2 years, and now the plan would be every 5.
5 years. Yes,
it's hard to prove yet, but
right.
It's looking that way. We're not seeing a large increase anymore.
Yes. So note here, we will add the update in 5 years. So All right. Thank you. Next question is, what is the biggest challenge to manure handling process?
The biggest challenge for us is again the desire to have the dissolved solids managed. But the industry's changed a lot in just the last few years, and we got the solids figured out. It's getting it processed and away from the dairy or put back into the fields or bedding. The challenge is kind of mitigated. It's going away.
Right.
Now the challenge is what's the better thing out there? What do we need to change? Do we need to go back to flushing, which I don't think so. But is there something different out there that will be better?
Right. I'm glad that you give us this chance to work with you, to learn from you, and I think with our network, maybe we can provide more information with this video out, and maybe we can have someone comment to us. We can learn more about this technology, newer technologies.
Yeah,
so
we'd love that.
Yeah, wonderful. Similar, related question. What are your main goals, for on-site manure management? What you want the best? What is the goal, the main goals?
The main goal is to get the solids down to 1.5%. I mean, that's a realistic. That is our daily goal.
Mm-hmm.
Process all the manure and get our solids down. Mm-hmm. And it's an easy goal, but there's challenges, with
right.
what's coming in when
right.
the water changes. But
right.
other than that, there is get the water off the facility and get the manure processed.
Right. Eventually, at the end, we just want everything work as what we expected.
Yeah, I mean, the goals. It's the only goal. So
yeah.
It's a simple goal, and it's really not hard to hit. Right now.
Awesome. And what you just told us makes you very satisfied with your investment to the centrifuge, right? Very satisfied with your investment to purchase the 2 centrifuge.
What, the original investment?
Yeah, you are satisfied with your...
Oh, with the investment? Yeah, I really think we are. I hear comments, and there's always concerns, but honestly, it just runs and works, and for the money spent and the energy cost is probably something a lot of people maybe don't realize. It costs a lot to run those things, but I'd have no problem buying a few more.
Awesome.
Since you're in this field for so many years, many experience, so what do we need to do differently if you do it again?
If I were to do it again, I think I would do it the way we plan on doing it. We'd probably process the parlor water through a simple centrifuge, no slope screen, or just a simple slope screen, and then keep the water separate, and then just process the manure as thick as possible. Obviously, you have to thin it down and screw press it, and keep the water separate, parlor water to centrifuge water. That'd be the only thing I would do different, and we're in the process of that. Come back in a year, and that's what we'll have.
Great. Any other point do you want to share with your fellow dairyman or manure management person?
I think it's if you're not looking to the future, I think it's going to come back. I think the government's going to really start regulating things, and we want to stay ahead of it and be prepared for it. I would hate to see somebody not being ready for it, because I think that it is the future. The biggest hurdle for dairymen in the future is processing the manure and getting it to the standards that the state or government entity is going to want. I still wish, and it's still my dream of figure out something with the salts. The dissolved solids is the only thing that it must be. It's that I don't know if everybody's reaching for that, but I'm sure it'll come. When the industry sees the money there, I think they will really start jumping on board.
All the good points. I think those opportunities and the challenges and what we are going to be prepared. I think this is a good place. We have someone like you share this with us, and we try to do some our education and research programs. Maybe we can work with you guys in the future.
Right. We want to be good stewards of the land. We're here to obviously make quality milk, but we also the fields are for us. I mean the corn that we're producing feeds the cows, and if we're not producing corn that yields what we need it to, we're not getting ahead. So it's a full circle for us. It's not we're not one track minded thinking that all we're doing is milk. We'll figure the rest out later.
Definitely, and eventually we'll pass on this to the future generations.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. As a waste management engineer at the university, we want to support the sustainable dairy industry. Both Zong and me work at the university. So what are the kind of ideal technology or system you think the university should to work on that can help dairymen, say maybe save water, get more solids or nutrients out of your liquid stream, whatever? Is there any dream technology or ideal technology?
I think it would be some form of water purification, getting it back to at least maybe not human consumption, but to the point where it could be applicated at any point without any concerns from nitrates or anything being left in the water. I think that would be what I would want.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I mean, like we definitely like this kind of technology. There are maybe someone developing. We do see some of those technologies,
Right.
but I think eventually we have to get down to the practical, like the farm scale, see how that works.
Right.
So I'm glad you mentioned this, and maybe we, as like researchers and educators from university, we may bring some of those like grants or like research projects and work with you guys.
Yeah. I'd like to see Bill Gates come out and drink a glass of our water.
Right, and we'll be on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of clicks for this video.
Thank you very much.
So, any more questions here? Okay, I guess that's all for this afternoon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.